What's up, guys? We're coming to you live from Remax of Orange Beach, my office. I'm Ricky Carruth. This is Dusty Cole. He's a fellow agent here at Remax.
Good morning.
So we're going to talk to you guys today about what it takes to succeed. And really, we're real estate agents, but this is kind of the ingredients of what it takes to succeed in any business. I'm gonna give a little time for some people to come on here. So, you know, there's nobody on here right this second, but anyway, I'm gonna give a little background here. Me and Dusty went to high school together. He was a high school quarterback. I was a defensive end. So, as you can imagine, I lit him up a couple times.
Definitely.
Nah, he was good. But anyway, I got into real estate right after high school. I've been in real estate for 15, 16 years now. I've been with Remax for the last 6 years.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, Dusty's been in real estate for a couple of years now. He's been with Remax for about the last year, and he is absolutely murdering it. He sold about $8 million last year, which is on anybody's standards basically killing it. I mean, a lot of people would say $8 million a year is the top of the food chain as far as real estate agents goes. A lot of people would say if I could just sell $8 million a year, you know, that would be it. That's all I need to do. But the thing that's so special about Dusty is he continues to strive to go to a higher level. You know, 8 million is not enough. He's trying to figure out a way to go to 20 million. Once he gets there, he's probably going to try to do 40 million. So I'm going to let a few people get back on here, but you know, Dusty, kind of, why don't you tell me tell me a little bit about where your business is now, and like what catapulted you to get where you're at, and what you're doing, a couple of things you're doing to take your business to the next level.
Okay, thanks, Ricky. I think, you know, in the beginning it was, you know, not being afraid to ask questions, not being afraid to, you know, really engage, you know, with other top producers, you know, kind of surrounding myself with high energy and driven people, and then, you know, not being afraid to walk in their office and ask them what they're doing and what they're doing to be successful. You know, and I think, you know, I brought kind of an energy and an effort from you know, my previous kind of career and what I was doing to make a living in the family entertainment business, and I just figured it really just takes the same energy, right? And if I took all that energy and put it into real estate, my real estate business, that I could be successful. You know, so, and that's what I did on. I just figured that the one thing that is kind of measurable is I can try to outwork, you know, people and just, you know, really get after it. And that's what I did from the very beginning.
So you're like you came into the business. You were very hungry and motivated. You had high energy. You like found high producing agents to learn from. You kind of took a little bit from everybody. You got to this place in your career now, which like right now, like the way I see it, you are, you know, you're in between. It's like you're not a beginner. Like, you know how to make deals work, and you know how to make a lot of money in real estate, but you're not a veteran yet. You're like in between. So what are like a few things, like give me like one or two things that you do kind of on a daily basis that you feel like is you know, that you're investing time into taking your business to another level?
I say just dedicating time in my schedule and trying to you know, time block my whole day. To make sure I have time set aside for prospecting, you know, trying to reach out to new people and create more relationships, really. I feel like the more people I talk to and more people I set appointments with, they'll see that, you know, they can trust me, therefore they're comfortable doing business with me. And also just client care, you know, making sure I have time set aside to nurture the current deals I have. Yeah, so nurture the current deals I have going, take care of my current, you know, clients and customers. And also, you know, marketing myself, you know, and having a good message to future, you know, clients and customers. So they see, I mean, if I market myself well, they're going to feel like I'm going to market their property well. And I've had people tell me that as I, you know, sign a listing agreement that, you know, they saw my marketing, therefore they felt confident I would market their property well.
Right. So like the future of your real estate business is basically like the relationships you're building. There's relationships that basically you guys are going to be friends. You're friends with your clients, and you're going to be friends with your clients for the rest of your life. You know, it's a lifelong commitment to your clients to service them with whatever the real estate needs are, and that kind of plays into any kind of business. You know, to really have a long-term success and grow and scale your business, you have to be able to take relationships and, you know, build them strong enough to where they last forever.
Yeah, I usually let them know up front that I'm going to expect a 5-star review when we get done, and that they're going to you know, be hearing from me on a regular basis after the transaction. So, you know, and I want to create relationships with all their people as well, because they had such a good experience. You know.
Yeah. No, that it's like to me it's impressive that you know, you're at a level where most people think that, you know, this is the top, but you're trying to double that.
Yeah, so it's really not about, you know, the money. Of course we want to make a good living, but for me it's about kind of achievement, you know, and feel like I accomplished something. So that's what kind of drives me every day to get here. You know, every day I work, you know, a lot of real estate, you know, people think you get into real estate so you don't have to work, where it's really the complete opposite. You know, if you don't work, you know, you don't make any money. But I just like to, you know, strive to, you know, to try to accomplish, you know, goals, you know.
So,
Phone's blowing up there with people calling me.
All right, we're good. So anyway, I kind of wanted to talk to everybody a little bit about maybe like what's the number one way. Okay, like in real estate, 80% of new agents fail in their first year. So 8 out of 10 agents don't make it past their first year in real estate. So only you know, 2 out of 10, 20% make it. You know, and to me, the number one reason why, you know, most people fail in this business is that they fail to realize how important it is to get huge amounts of leads. They underestimate the amount of leads they need to get. They get a few leads and they start trying to like sell property to those leads, and they don't really spend a lot of time getting more leads. Once they get a few, they kind of stick with those and then don't really move on to get a lot more leads, which creates more business and more relationships and more future business, and that's where you scale your business, is getting more leads. So I think new agents just don't get enough leads to survive, and it's really just mental, because everybody can go get leads. But give me like your number one way to get leads.
Well, I think, you know, something you told me early on that I held on to was the person who talks to the most people win. And so, I mean, I believe in phone prospecting. You say, you know, there's a lot of fear getting on the phone, and I still have it. You know, we talk about it a lot, but, you know, being able to set that time aside to, you know, to use the phone to generate your own leads without having to pay for them. And nothing wrong with really paying for leads, but, you know, phone prospecting has been a big part of my business so far. And then another analogy you gave, maybe you can tell them a little bit about the swamp and the river, keeping the new water coming in. So, you know, always having a source of you know, new stuff coming in, instead of just having a swamp with you. You're just working what's in your you know, what's in your your database. But yeah, I'd say phone prospecting. I've also done a lot of open houses, and not being afraid to get out there every weekend and do that. Trying to meet new people.
Yeah.
More relationships.
Yeah. So guys, like what Dusty's talking about with phone call leads and prospecting for leads, you know, what he's talking about is he has a little bit of fear. He still has a little bit of fear. You know, everybody's afraid to get on the phone. But the fact of the matter is that as a real estate agent, if you're not willing to come into the office every day when you're new and make 50, 60, 70 calls a day, then chances are very low because you have an 80% chance of failure right off the bat. So you're basically trying to defy gravity here by even trying to survive and make it in real estate. So making phone calls is when you make phone calls and you make that connection over the phone, that's your highest quality lead. When you get an internet lead, you know, that person's just fishing. They probably emailed 15 other agents. They don't answer their phone. They probably didn't leave a phone number, something like that. But when you call somebody and say, hey, you know, is there anything I can do for you? You know, what is it that you're trying to accomplish? What do you want to buy? What do you want to sell? Oh, you don't want to sell anything. Well, is there an agent in the area that you work with? Because one day you're going to want to buy or sell something, and I would like just the opportunity to even possibly just maybe be your agent when that day comes. So, like knowing your phone scripts and knowing what to say and when to say it, and being able to, when that awkward pause comes in the phone call, knowing what to do at that point will give you so much confidence, right? So when you first start making calls, first off, you have to make calls to get better at making calls. But you know, when you first start making them, you know, your fear is way up here. You're scared to make calls. Okay, your fear is up here because your skills of making calls is down here. Okay, like your fear is here, your skills are here. Well, you have to up your skills to get your fear to come down, and it balances out. Then your skills go up, your fear is down. When you have more confidence and you know what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and you've made enough calls, you have enough experience, you get really good at making phone calls and finding new clients and connecting with them on a level that nobody else is, because nobody makes phone calls. So anyway,
and I like to add, you know, it's really any sales business, you know, that principle, you know, will apply to. You know, you got to talk to people, right? And whether it be outside sales, you got to, you know, walk into businesses and shake hands and talk to people. You know,
look, guys, if you're going to do a deal with me or a deal with a buyer or a seller, you have to talk to them. There has to be a conversation. There's no way around that. If you get an internet lead, okay, at some point you have to talk to that internet lead before there's a deal. You're not just going to get an internet lead and then they look at some stuff online and then decide to buy something sight unseen or something, and then you do a deal without even talking to the person. You have to talk to the person in order for there to be a deal.
Let's say a couple people on here. If anybody wants to, Jamie Jones in the house.
Mike Young, what's up?
Yeah.
Kevin Barnwell, Devin P. Look, guys, Jonathan team, if you got any questions, feel free to type something in, because we're about to be out of here. We just wanted to kind of chat it up for a second about things that we're thinking about and that has helped us. And so, you know, I have a passion that I want to help other people succeed in real estate and really any kind of business. And I think that, you know, finding leads and being able to convert them is key. But in real estate, it's all about making phone calls. If you're not making the calls, you're not going to make the money. You're not going to build your business, because you're not going to have the relationships. See, phone calls create strong relationships. Emails, social media, and all that stuff. All that stuff's good to build your brand. You know, social media, emails, postcards, all that stuff. Yeah, you may get a call, you may make a few deals out of that. But the big picture for all that stuff is to build your brand. You're just getting your name out there where people know who you are and what you're about. But where the real relationships are built that scale your business to another level is on the phone. Cold calls and calling past clients, checking on them, you know, working your deals. So I live on the phone. You know, I made 50 or more calls yesterday. I think I made 60 calls yesterday. I'm going to make 50 or 60 calls today after lunch. So that's really all I got today. If you guys don't have any questions, we're going to call it a day. But, you know, feel free to give me or Dusty a ring if there's anything we can ever do for you in terms of, you know, buying or selling real estate and or just helping you guys sell real estate if you're an agent. So we appreciate it, guys. Like I say, give us a ring. Ricky Carruth, Dusty Cole. We're here in my office live at RE/MAX of Orange Beach. And you guys have a good day.